got the car jacked up in the air, just the front wheels up. Got our bush here to put in, the new Whiteline bushing for the front. So we'll open it up, see what's inside. They come pretty well packaged, all the Whiteline stuff. We got some instructions. Got a big washer, some high performance bushing lubricant, a bolt that'll be securing it in, and there's the bushing, the infill, so that goes and fills the voids of the factory bush. So not as stiff as a piece of metal, but that's good because once you put a piece of metal in there, it just transfers the load to the next weakest link where that will absorb some. And then it's got a big spacer washer. So we'll have a read of the instructions and see what we got to do next. Parts required for this are pretty easy. You need a 18mm socket, a 21mm socket, a ratchet, and a torque wrench or a breaker bar, because it's going to be a big bolt to get out, and we got to torque it back up to spec. It's going to be pretty tight. And right there, there. Bolt is out. That was easy. Now we gotta grease up the fingers of that bushing and slide it in. So we get the grease out, so it comes with its own little packet of grease there, so we'll just do that, and we need to grease the fittings and then the top surface of the bushing there. So we'll just rip her open. Some nice little packet. Load up each one. Nice Whiteline kits come with the complete packet with all the grease and everything in it. Some of the other things we've seen, kits coming through, they don't have, you gotta supply your own, but most guys have some lying around anyway. But this is just makes it handy if you're new to modding cars. You can just get it done. All right, there you go. We are all greased up. We'll clean ourselves up. Now this big washer goes on there, that spacer goes on there. We'll put this in first and then we'll get back with the 18mm and that bolt and crank it down. So that's it. Real quick and easy. We saw there in the time lapse that wasn't long at all. We just put some grease into the holes and push the bushing in, and the bolt spacer just goes on and crank it down,
to spec with our torque wrench or pry bar. If you don't have a torque wrench, just go as hard as you can, because they was on there pretty tight to begin with, and they suggest you kind of next oil change you check it, just make sure it's still nice and tight. But we put a little bit of Loctite on the threads, and it should be absolutely fine. So, but we'll check it again when you do an oil change. We'll have an oil change coming up. We just did a track day, so we want to freshen the oil up anyway. But nice and easy, very, very easy mod for first timer to do, and it really, we'll take it for a drive now, but I've driven in the car with it, and it does make a bit of a snappier feel when you put your foot down. It just keeps the engine and chassis a bit more locked together.